Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. As you can tell by my voice, I am still struggling with that same cold that I had in my best luxury purchases video, but that's okay, we will prevail. In today's video, unfortunately, it is a little more negative. It is my worst luxury purchases. Now, let me caveat this by saying a lot of these items, when I got them, I was so excited about them, but the reason I am categorizing them as a worst luxury purchase for me is because I guess I had high hopes that I was going to use these items and I ended up just not using them either at all or very little. So what I plan to do, I'm going to share with you what I think were my worst luxury purchases this year, and I'm going to explain to you why as well. So just in case you guys like these items or you have an interest in one of the items that I mentioned, I can kind of help tell you guys why I think it was one of my worst luxury purchases. Now, do I still love to look at these items? Do I still have high hopes that maybe eventually some of them I will use? Yes, but this year I just didn't for whatever reason, and I will explain that to you. So without further ado, if you guys want to see what my worst luxury purchases are, then keep watching. Okay, I'm not going to go in any particular order, but the first item that I want to mention, I was so excited when I bought this. I got this from Farfetch, and I remember seeing it thinking, how incredibly cute is that? That is so adorable. And it is this little Chloe tote, and it is in the mini size, and you guys, it couldn't be any cuter, right? And it has pink, so what could be better? But here's my issue with this. Two things. Number one, it does have this pink strap that is not adjustable, so it can be a little short, and it's also not removable. So if I did want to just carry it as a tote, I could, but I would have to tuck this strap on the inside, so it would take up a little bit of space. The second thing for me, this is a little more of like a mini bag, I guess you could say, and I just feel like on my frame it is a little too small. I feel as though the size that I own, and I will insert a picture, fits my frame a little bigger. And then the final thing with this is, even though it's so beautiful and it has my favorite shade of pink, which is the lavender undertones, I had the hardest time figuring out what to wear with this, or if I did wear an outfit that would go, I would always pick a different avenue. So for example, I feel as though this would pair nicely with a white dress. You know, I always love like pairing things with white dresses, but if I were to wear a white dress, I would reach for my iridescent pink flap, or I would reach for my Chanel boy bag in the pink or a different color. So no matter what, I just didn't find myself reaching for it. And in the summer, because I did wear a lot of patterns, I felt as though this kind of conflicted with the patterns a little bit. Now, I do feel like this Chloe bag, the main reason I got it, I thought, oh, a white tee and jeans, it'll pair so nicely. However, that's where it comes in, where this bag is a little too small for my frame, in my opinion. So those are the main reasons I haven't really been reaching for it, but it is still a cute bag. And my hopes with filming this video is, you know, maybe I will become inspired to use these items again. I know that's what happened when I filmed my least used luxury items. Now keep in mind, that video was different. Those were like the items out of all of my collection that I have owned for a while that I just haven't used. I think this one might have been featured, but these items are out of the items I purchased this year, which are the ones that were my worst purchases. So anyway, I spent a long time on that one, but that is the first item. Let's go with an item that as soon as this collection came out, I'm like, I need something from that collection. This color is actually stunning. It is from the men's collection, and it is this beauty. I mean, how pretty is this color? It's like a seafoam green. It's so vibrant. I think the camera's gonna actually wash out how beautiful it really is. But even though it's beautiful, I never reach for it. I have a tendency, yes, I do love to collect small leather goods, but I enjoy certain small leather goods. For example, I love the Chanel small cosmetic pouch. I can just throw my cards in. I love the Rosalie. I love the Zippy coin. And all of those, what they have in common are items that you can just kind of throw in, like easy access. This one, it does have a spot for your cards, and it does have a little compartment here, but I never put cards in there. It does have a little compartment here, which I could put some cash. I guess I could do that. But then the zipper, you know, it's just a little shorter than I would have liked. Like, I think this would have maybe worked better for me if maybe it was a little longer. I don't know, but I just, when I go in my collection and I go to try to change out my small leather goods, I just don't reach for this. Now, if you're someone that doesn't carry a lot of cards, this might be great for you. My problem is, just like with my handbags and everything, I tend to carry excess. So I have a lot of store credit cards, you know, just like coupons, all types of things. So I like to have a wallet that has a little more space. And this one is just really thin. And even though it is beautiful to look at, I don't know if I've worn it once. I really don't, you guys. So that's why I had to include it on the list. And I'm very sad about that. Alrighty, we are going to talk about an item that I have wanted for a long time. And when I tell you what this item is, I think it'll make sense. And it is these little dang Iran sandals. Okay, I wanted a pair of Iran sandals for a really long time, but I blame myself for not doing enough research because I have worn these a couple of times, and I would say the second or third time I wore them got a little bit better, but the first time I got terrible blisters. Now, these are a little more narrow. I have a little more of like wider feet, so I don't know if that has something to do with it, but they have just not comfortable. And I know there's big debate on this because there are a lot of people that think they are super comfortable, so that's why take what I say in today's video with a grain of salt, because some things that don't work for me might work for other people. But these, I just got the worst blisters, and I'll try to see if I can find a picture. Sorry if that's gross, but what I'm talking about, just to kind of provide you with proof. But these are still so cute. I feel like they matched really nicely with my Chloe bag. Actually, they also matched nicely with the Hermes Kelly wrap bracelet that I got. So they are super cute. Do I plan on selling them? No. In the summer, I am going to continue to try to wear them in because everyone tells me the more you wear them, you know, break them in, you know, they'll work out. People have said wear socks, wear them around the house with socks on. I have yet to do that. I have yet to try it. But the 3 times I have worn them, I have gotten blisters continuously. And as I stated, it was a little better the second or third time, but the first time, blisters were so bad that those blisters were on my feet for like weeks. So unfortunately, these Iran sandals have to be on that, and they're very expensive. And I will be honest, I have a lot of other sandals. I want to say the Steve Madden sandals that are very similar to this. Those are super comfortable, and I didn't get blisters, but these were like a couple $100, and I did. So it's like, I'm kind of just paying for the name, you guys. So this has to be on my list, unfortunately. All right, we're gonna talk about another small leather good that was totally an impulse buy, and I think it was because I had a reward. Now that is how I get myself in trouble. I buy a lot of my items from Neiman Marcus or Saks Fifth Avenue or Bloomingdale's, and then I end up getting a reward. So I say, oh, rather than waiting for something I really, really want, I'm gonna blow it. It burns a hole in my pocket. And I saw this color from Christian Dior, and I knew, I'm like, I need to have something in my collection, and it was this little Dior card holder. You see that? That's what comes with it. So I have yet to use it. Now, you cannot deny the fact that this color, I mean, the vibrancy of this is just so lovely. And it does have this little removable chain that says Dior, so you can take it off. But honestly, I just don't gravitate towards this type of card holder a lot. Sometimes I do, but I just, every time I see it, I'm like, oh, that's so pretty, but then I have to take this off. I'm like, I don't want to use it because I don't want to like lose that. And because this is lambskin and it's delicate, I'm worried that I'm going to get like color transfer on it, and I don't want to ruin the color. So it's just one of those things where I just haven't reached for it. And anytime I go and look at my small leather goods and think, which ones do I want to use this week, or which ones do I want to use, I just don't gravitate for this. I'll go for other items. Like if I'm just looking for a card holder, maybe I'll gravitate towards my Calvi card holder from Hermes, where I can fit a lot more. And so these type of card holders, they work for some people, but they just don't really work for me. But again, I was suckered in with the vibrancy of this color. Okay, I'm saving the doozy for last, so we'll get there, because I know which one you guys are probably curious about, and we'll get there. The next item is an item that I am a little disappointed to include on this list. I bought this at the end, I want to say it was the end of last year, so we're still within the year time frame. And it is this little guy. It is the Prada rhinestone card holder. Okay, I know what you guys are thinking. You're probably like, well, why? Why is this on your list? It's so pretty. I feel as though I really wanted something from this collection. In my head, I thought, oh, I'm going to wear this on New Year's Eve. I'm going to wear this for special occasions. And if I'm not wearing it, I'm going to use it as a card holder in my purse. That never happened. Let me explain. Okay, so first, here it is. This is by Prada. It's the Crystal collection. You know, they also had multiple bags. They're actually coming out with new designs and stuff this year that are so pretty, but I feel as though I would have benefited a lot more splurging and spending the extra money on the bag. I feel as though if I had the bag, I would have worn that more, but I was being a little frugal when it came to this. I was like, no, I don't need to get the crystal bag. I'll just get this so I can have something from the collection. Well, the problem is I thought to myself, oh, well, it comes with a chain. See this chain? It's so cute. You see that? It has a little Prada logo, and you can like squeeze it and you can adjust it. The problem with this once again is such a mini bag, and it looks funny on me, I think, when I wear it. So that's number one. I'm not going to reach for it as a bag because it just is too small for me. Then we say, oh, okay, well, let's use it as a card holder in my purse. That would be perfect, right? Yeah, there's plenty of space for cards, but guess what? I never want to put it in my purse because I'm afraid of a rhinestone coming off. So then it's like, okay, you're not going to wear it as a card holder. You're not going to wear it as a purse because you think it's too small. So what exactly did I purchase it for? It does look cute. It's so sparkly. I had it on display for a while. So this was one of those items that I would say it definitely was a waste of money. And sometimes what people will do, or at least what I will do, and I have another item coming up where I can relate to this as well, is you won't splurge for the thing you really want. In this case, it was the Prada crystal bag, because you want to save a little bit of money and you feel as though if you get just something from that collection, it will fulfill that urge, and that's not true. So if there's something you really want, I would recommend saving for that item rather than settling. I'll give you an example. Let's talk about Louis Vuitton. Some people might want the Louis Vuitton Neverfull, and they'll say, oh, well, I don't want to spend the money on the Neverfull, so I'm going to buy a Tory Burch tote, or I'm going to buy a Michael Kors tote, thinking that's going to satisfy, when sometimes it doesn't always work, and you're better off saving your money for the item you really want, because in the end you end up wasting money because you're like, oh, well, I'm going to buy the Michael Kors, the Tory Burch, and then I'm going to buy the Louis Vuitton, so you almost end up spending more money. Does that make sense? So I think the moral of the story is I should have just waited until I had additional funds to purchase the crystal bag, and then I'd probably be wearing that this New Year's Eve. Talk about an item that this was not a mistake when I initially purchased it. It ended up being a mistake later. And this is the little Dior Mitza from the Riviera collection. It is beautiful. Look at this. The pink and the gray. It is stunning. It has the Toit de Gis print on it on one side, and it has Christian Dior on the other side. I saw this collection, I went into Dior, and I said, that is me in a Dior collection with the pink and the gray. I thought it was so pretty, and I wanted something with this pattern. I would have gotten this. I thought about getting the bracelet, and at first I thought it was a good idea, until I said, oh, that book tote, the magical book tote in the amazing pattern came along, and so I splurged and I bought the Dior book tote. Now, I did not include that on my best luxury purchases because I didn't get a chance to wear it that much because I bought it at the end of summer, but it's definitely not a worse because I'm so excited about that. So there are some things I purchased that aren't on either list, if that makes sense. But the reason this, I think, was a mistake, even though I did put this on my Dior Lady Delight bag, but the reason I think this was a mistake is if I would have known that I would have purchased that Dior book tote, I would not have purchased this. The whole reason I purchased this is because I wanted something from the Dior Riviera collection. So now I don't know that I'm really going to use this much because I have the book tote, if that makes sense. So I'm going to make myself use it though, because there are so many uses for the mitzvahs or bandeaus. Like this would look so cute as a headband in your hair. You could use it as a bow. You can put it on bags. Now I'm not going to put it on my book tote because, you know, it's the exact same pattern and it might be too much, but I could still put it on my Lady Delight, which I think it does look nice on there. But again, I'm going to use it since I have it and, you know, I can't return it. But I don't think I would have purchased this had I purchased the book tote first. I have 2 more items to share, and both items are Louis Vuitton. I saved the Louis Vuitton items for last. This next one, I want to caveat this by saying I think this is probably a very functional, good item, but it just doesn't necessarily work for me, and let me explain. I purchased this Louis Vuitton wallet in the Damier Ebene with the beautiful rose ballerine interior. This is a nice, thin, long wallet. You have so much space on the inside. You have a zip compartment. This is one of those wallets that I think has so much potential, but the reason I have to add it to my list is I have not used this one time since I bought it, and I think it's because it's a large wallet. So even though it is longer and it is a little compact, I again reach for my Rosalies of the world, or I reach for my zippy coin purses, or I reach for my Chanel cosmetic pouch. So if I'm gonna go get a wallet, I'm not gonna reach for an item like this. This is so large. Now you would think to yourself, Amber, why not just not carry so many small leather goods in your purse and downsize and put everything in here? Because you know I like to keep my cash in one thing, my cards in another. Because in here I very easily could put cash here, I could put cards on the other side, I could have coin and have everything in here. But for me, mentally, it's still something about having a little compact wallet that I enjoy. Now, am I going to sell this? Nope, I'm not going to sell this because I feel as though if I just changed my things out of what I have and I'd use this and try this for a while, that I would enjoy it. But I think I had been looking for this wallet for a long time, and when I happened to go into the store, they had it and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get it. Not really thinking about, hey Amber, you don't really like big wallets right now, you like compact wallets. So I was just I was sucked into the fact that the wallet was available, and that's what happened. But this, I'm sure, is a great wallet and a lot of people love it. And I'm sure if I started using it, I would probably love it too. But I just haven't reached for it at all since I purchased it, and that's why I had to add it to my list. All right, we are down to the last one. Oh my gosh, and it's a doozy. And again, I can explain. Am I gonna sell this bag? No, but let me tell you, and it is my Louis Vuitton Cousin bag. I know, you're probably thinking, Amber, what? Okay, hear me out. This bag is so expensive for Louis Vuitton. It's like $5,000. At the $5,000 mark, you could, you know, get towards Chanel, you could be saving money towards an Hermes bag, but I saw this bag and I saw how cushiony it was and how pillowy it was, and it was just one of those bags that I always wanted until I started using it. Now let's go over the flaws, in my opinion. I did do a dedicated video on it. It was kind of more of a first impressions, but since then, I really haven't reached for it, and I'm going to tell you why. So do you see the bag? I have it unzipped. This zipper does not go all the way out. I know some people said that the initial version did. This, I wish it still did that because it bothers me, because when I go in here, right, it doesn't like open all the way, and I hate that it has 3 compartments. I absolutely hate it. I wish that this had one large compartment. I feel like if the zipper went all the way out and this was one large compartment, it would be a little more user friendly. But I found myself, when I used it, I remember going to the movies with my family and I wore this bag, and it had 3 compartments. It was a pain in the butt to get things in and out of, and initially when I bought it, I thought, oh, well, it's going to be cool. You can keep things organized, have the different compartments, but I hate the fact that the zipper doesn't go all the way out. I hate the fact that there are compartments and I can't just throw my things. What I found is if I put my wallet in, it would almost like get stuck on these like zippers here. So I don't like the compartments. I don't like how it goes all the way. I like the fact that it does have this little chain because you can wear it as like a little shoulder bag. and then you can also wear it as crossbody. Now I will say, when I wear this strap, it is comfortable to wear. I have found that it's really comfortable, but I don't like the strap. I don't know, I don't like this thick strap at all. And I also find that when you put stuff in it, it becomes super bulky, as you can tell. So between the bulkiness, the zipper, the compartments, oh, and let's not forget that this leather, in my opinion, I am terrified that I am going to end up getting some sort of color transfer. So I reached for this in the summer, but I'm really afraid to wear it with jeans now because I'm afraid that I will get, you know, color transfer on it. Now, this is a beautiful color. It is like the camel color, and I don't have like another bag in my collection this color, and I had been wanting this bag. I'm wondering if I had it in black, if I'd reach for it a little more, because I wouldn't have to baby it as much. But even if I got it in black, I feel like these issues would still bother me. The compartments, I hate. The zipper, I hate. I'm sorry, you guys. I know this is such a popular bag. Not only that, but I spend a lot of money on it. This is the most money I have ever paid for a Louis Vuitton bag, and now that I think about it, I'm like, this bag was like $5,000. I could have bought a keep-all for travel, and I could have bought another bag, and probably some more small other goods too. So I definitely think this bag is a little bit of a regret. Again, it's too late to return it. I've used it. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to try to wear it, but I feel like if I could go back in time, I might not have purchased it, and I might have put that money towards, you know, something else or other things. So let me know what you think. You own this bag. What do you think about what I said? I'm just not reaching for it for those reasons. So there you have it, you guys. Those are my worst luxury purchases for 2023. It pains me to include some of these on my list because I was so excited about them when I got them. And that just goes to show you that sometimes we are just attracted to the pretty things and we don't always really thoroughly think things through. Or in other cases, sometimes you don't really know you're not going to like an item until you actually get it. Like I went in and I tried this bag on in so many different colors. I think I've tried it on in black. I tried it on in a really beautiful pink. So you know, I had been looking for this for a long time and I was really, really excited about it. And I even watched some reviews on it as well, but I ignored all the negative things about it because deep down I really wanted it, and I should have listened because I now have the same complaints with it too. So there we have it. So all right guys, those were my worst luxury purchases. If you didn't already check out my best luxury purchases and you want to leave on a positive note, then make sure to check that out as well. I also have a lot of other fun videos coming. I have a vlog coming, and then I also have a top 23 favorites video for the whole entire year, which I filmed this last year as well, and it was really fun. You guys seem to like it. So anyway, if you guys are new to my channel, make sure to hit that little subscribe button, and I would love to have you follow me on Instagram as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Hold up, I am on my way. I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach with our friends.